Hey, good morning. How's it going, everybody? Okay. So let's see. I'm sitting in the car. It is a couple days after Thanksgiving, and I'm just making a video because I keep telling myself that I want to do it, and I haven't done it. I've actually had kind of, a certain amount of breakthroughs out there. Um, so I was alone for a long time, for a while there, and then I had my friend come and visit with me, and then I had my family come, and then my son is actually inside sleeping right now. And my wife went back to Key West, and oh, and even this, like now I'm like, who am I addressing? Uh, I have been doing a lot of meditation, or when I say um, a lot for me, and a lot of breath work. And with breath work, I basically man, just okay. So I exist inside of this realm, and there are people, and there are some people that you meet that you don't know, that influence you, that you find aspirational, uh like figures, whatever. And so many people that I seem to like their their style, their lifestyle, say that breathwork and meditation is a major key to their personal development. And I'm like, okay, right. But I have no personal experience with that, or I didn't when I read that, but I just was like, oh, okay, well, you seem to basically be living a life that I want to aspire to some extent, intellectually and spiritually, through kindness and um, health and stuff. And but sometimes you have to do it for a while before you get any results, before I have any personal experience with it. And breathwork was like that. I mean, I've been trying to do breathwork on and off for like, oh, I don't know, like say a year. But I mean, a year, very little. I mean, I don't know. I mean, do breath holds count when you're free diving? I don't know. But I basically, I've been doing like calming breaths for to calm down, and that's cool. And yeah, I think it calmed me down a little bit or whatever. But then I did start doing the Wim Hof method. My friend Newman sent me a video, and when I first tried it, I was like, oh, um, it's just very effortful. You're feeling out of breath, and at least for me, when I'm feeling out of breath, there's a huge signal that says, "Hey, stop!" Like you're too tired or something like that. That message of being winded. Um, Reads a certain way. And so the first few times I did it, I was just like, I fucking don't want to do it. Like whatever the part of me that wanted to stop, stopped. And but then eventually I finally got through it. And it wasn't that bad. And I realized I was sort of misinterpreting that feeling of being out of breath, for me. Um, and then I did it, and I think I'm maybe like I kind of lost track. I'm basically staying motivated, but with some sort of streak mentality where I'm like, I've been doing this for a while, and I'm under 30 days, and but I've been doing it every day. Like, and yesterday, I barely did it. I went and took uh, my wife up to, we stayed at a resort and stuff, and she flew out and stuff, and I was kind of like outside of my routine. It was hard, but I basically pulled over on the side of the road, told my son, hey dude, I'm gonna sit on the tailgate and do this weird shit, because I wanted to keep that streak going. And but yeah, okay, kind of cool. I enjoy it. It's gotten a lot easier, and then just doing that practice gives me a little bit more proprioception of my breathing apparatus. Breathing is uh, sort of something you don't necessarily think of doing, but you can sort of control it a little bit. But more that I do it, the more that I become aware of. Uh, a lot of times in the breathing exercises, they'll say use your whatever. They'll say this stuff. I'll be, man, I'm just breathing in and out. But then eventually you can control it a little bit more. There's all just different subtleties in breathing that I'm becoming more aware of. And so when I hear the things that they talk about, it's easier for me to approach. So actually, really surprising how complicated breath hold or breathing exercises are, at least for me. But I gotta say, very rewarding, and I finally broke through. So I just did it out of like faith in other people, like people that I admire, or like this has been a key, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And then, but I finally broke through, and I had a lot of positive, like positive energy, positive clarity, uh, um, and just I was like, okay, I can kind of see what they're talking about. But for me, I had to push through for a while just on the faith of other people recommending it. And what worked for me eventually was I think Wim Hof is an incredibly interesting guy. Um, Quirky, and like you can certainly like research a lot about him and find him to be fascinating, and also kind of maybe wrong on stuff. There's a sort of what do you call it, there's a sort of innocent way that he stumbled upon things that were known by other yogic traditions or whatever, so he kind of reinvented the wheel a little bit. But I don't know, man. The guy is, first off, an interesting character, uh, and second off, man, I eventually really came to like his ability to guide. I mean, it's funny, it's endearing. So I watched his 11-minute video, and he's just like, he's encouraging, and so I do a certain amount of guided meditations and guided breathing apps and stuff from all different people, and in his own weird way, he's just like, I've really enjoyed that 11-minute video. He's just got a you laugh every time you hear him, and he's encouraging, and in that job, man. So I'm not in any way saying that this guy is perfect at all, but and I go back to other breathing exercises that I've read about that are just, I'm like, I don't know what the hell they're talking about, like breathe with your vagal nerve or whatever stuff. And just basically doing that really simple, easy Wim Hof video over and over again has actually given me the ability to practice different subtleties and breath technique. So maybe I'll try different stuff. I try and do it once a day guided, and then once a day, which is just all it is like 30 breaths, hold your breath, 30 breaths, hold your breath, uh, and so I try and do it unguided, which is just more of a challenge, to be honest. But whatever. But let's see. Okay, so that was really, really good. So that's been good. And I have to say, I'm not sure, but I have, for the last 3 years, kind of struggled with high blood sugar. Maybe it's genetic, maybe it's like a lot of IPAs and tacos and shit like that. Whatever. I don't know. But my goal is always to keep it under 100. And I do kind of low carby, high fat shit for the most part. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, usually it's like right above 100, and I'm doing pretty good. And if I eat just regular, then I'm basically like, your blood sugar at 125 is considered diabetic. And if I eat regular shit, if I just eat like whatever, shit like, like Twix bars and shit like that, I'm diabetic immediately, type 2, man, because I think I have insulin resistance. But if I'm really good, usually it's like 104, 102, maybe 99. Every once in a while I feel really good. But after doing the blood sugar and fucking up a little bit in Hawaii because they have fruits and Thanksgiving and stuff like that, my blood sugar has gone down. So I don't know. Is that a real thing? I don't know. I mean, is that related to breath work and cold showers? I don't fucking know. But I do like all that stuff. I do, and I've been doing cold showers partially because we have a kind of our hot water heater doesn't really work. But I do like the cold showers, and I do like the cold therapy. It is actually a fun way to explore your brain a little bit and your resistance to stuff. It's like Wim Hof says, do the hard thing. And taking a cold shower is just relatively hard. There's a part of you that worships comfort, that really drives a lot of your life, and that part of you has to sit down and shut the fuck up when you take a cold shower. It's just a different thing. It sort of it teaches you, I don't know, something. So I'm enjoying it. I know, like, I got it off of like the crazy podcasts and stuff like that, but I am enjoying it. And then here there is a local beach where they have a cold spring that comes out from the lava. I don't know what the temperature is. Pretty cold, man. I mean, it's cold. I don't know how cold it is. Um, and I want to say 60s. I don't know. It's cold. I mean, it's just cold. But I've been really enjoying doing breath work, um, and then doing like the cold plunge in that, and that's just, like, in just submersing yourself, and then sort of allowing yourself to sort of like feel that. Um, you're kind of overwhelmed by some sensation at some point, to where your perceptions, your feelings, your thoughts, all kind of like subside when you're just like, if you do like, sort of hyperventilating and all that shit, and you jump in cold water, a cold shower, or a cold creek or whatever, then all of a sudden you just, I don't want to say it's a flow state, but it shuts up your chattering mind with like cold, or with just some sort of strong sensation. So that has been really, really fun. I don't know, it's fun shit. I'm enjoying it. I enjoyed the fasting that I did. First off, hey, Hawaii could be expensive if you were like just driven mad by capitalism and kept on spending money, but all this stuff is relatively inexpensive and fun and rewarding. So that's kind of what is happening. I'm in the car, like I said, because it's cold, and Mila's still in bed. It's warming up, and oh, the other thing I have to say is I did get a Fitbit, which is kind of fucked up, man. Like, I do like the Fitbit. It does sort of keep me motivated to get my zone minutes, and whereas like sometimes you just avoid effort, avoid difficulty and stuff like that. Here it rewards you for that. So I have yeah. So there's that, and whatever. I even look. Did my heart rate go down during meditation? Did it go up when our ice bath? Like, can I keep it at 145 for 20 minutes or whatever? I don't know. And then I've been doing, yeah. That's about it. I don't know. This is just one of those things. I'm just pushing this button. Oh my god. Oh, sorry. Oh shit. I wonder, when you're doing a video, when you're presenting yourself to social media, or when you're talking to yourself when you're walking in the woods, who are you talking to? I do wonder that.